Hello, I'm a local hippie, and today we are going to be talking about Shakespeare's Macbeth. So, I spent a whole week from Sunday to Saturday reading Shakespeare's tragedy, Macbeth, and this is my favorite Shakespeare I've ever read. This would be the fourth Shakespeare play that I've read. I have read Othello, and this is in order of how I read them. So I read Othello first, then I read Romeo and Juliet, and then I read A Midsummer's Night Dream, which was so entertaining, and that was the only comedy of Shakespeare's that I ever read, and it was very enjoyable, very 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 fun. I think I rated it like 4 stars or something like that. Um, but Macbeth though, Mech freaking Beth. Wow. Um, this was, I believe, the highest rated Shakespeare I've ever read. This one I rated 5 stars, just without question. And you can see there, I got tabs all in the thing, all inside of it. The spine is now broken. Now, mind you, this is a brand new copy. I've had it for a while, but I've never picked it up to read until just now. I've probably had it for at least 3 months now, at most like six. So somewhere between that 3 to 6 month time frame, I've had this book, and I've just finally gotten around to reading it because I just finally felt brave enough to pick up Shakespeare again. And I was not disappointed. Macbeth is a tragedy about a man who meets with these three witches, the Weird Sisters, and they give him a prophecy saying that he will be king. But the double side to that prophecy is that none of his lineage will be kings. The lineage of the man he has with him, Banquo, his sons, will be king. So his lineage will continue the kingly line. And at first, and let me backtrack. The first thing they tell Macbeth is that he is going to be the Thane of Cawdor. Don't ask me what a Thane is, but he's gonna be it. And then they tell him he's gonna be king, but then they also say that Banquo's sons are gonna be the ones who continue on the kingly lineage and not Macbeth's um lineage. When Macbeth tells his wife, she gets into his head and she's like, okay, well, then you need to kill the current king so that you can be crowned king. And at first, Macbeth, he's like, I don't really know if I don't really know if I want to do that, and he's kind of torn about it, but ultimately he ends up doing it and he's crowned king because of it. And but slowly but surely he begins to lose his mind, and he goes on this just like rampage of just like killing anyone that could possibly like get in his way. Um, and you just see him change. You see him kind of descend into madness, and I mean, the character arc is, for it to be such a short book, it is a very 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 um it's a very compelling character arc you see happening with Macbeth. And then you see how he's just being tormented. Like, he's king now and he can't even enjoy it. And he says as much a few times in the play. And until it gets to the point where his wife is driven completely mad over the things that he's done, and people are suspecting him of treason, of killing the king. And then um towards the end, he ultimately is defeated. And so, yeah, that's just basically like the little very short condensed. Of course, I didn't give every single detail, but that's pretty much the premise of the story. Is a man who I is a man who is doing anything that he can to get power and how that affects him. So ultimately, I think it's just a cautionary tale of of wanting more than is yours to take, is yours to have. And when you go about bringing certain things to pass in such a with such wicked and heinous devices, how it will destroy you in the end. And I was so drawn in to this story, to this play, just because the writing is it's so beautiful. It's a little difficult because the language is a little bit different than what we speak today, but a lot of it translates. It wasn't easy by any stretch of the imagination, but it was very rewarding. And I just thought that it was so good. And I learned a lot about myself as a reader. I learned that I love dialogue. And so plays are probably going to be like a huge thing for me for from now on, because I just dialogue is huge for me, and I write as a hobby. And so, and what I find is that dialogue is like one of my stronger points as a writer. And you know, so I love to read dialogue, you know. I just love to, I don't know, get into the character's thoughts. I love a character driven story. And what's more character driven than a play where you really only get the thoughts and um the inner workings of the main character and of the supporting characters. But yeah, that was Macbeth. I'm gonna go ahead and watch the movie Macbeth. So I went and I bought the DVD of the Macbeth movie starring Michael Fassbender or Fassbender. Yeah, Michael Fassbender. I can never get his name right. And Marion Cotillard. Yeah, Cotillard. And so, but I wanted to do my review before watching the movie because I didn't want to get what I read modeled with what I'm about to watch. So, yeah, that's going to bring us to the end of the video. I hope you have a good day. I hope you have a good evening. And most importantly, I hope you read a good book. And I'll see you when I see you. Bye.